how's it going? I'm Nick Ashby from Rockstar Performance Garage, and we are headed to Moab, Utah. I'm pretty excited. We got a lot of friends, a lot of brands, a lot of stuff going. We're taking Rock Buggy out for the first time.
Pritchett Canyon. It's still fun, it's still a challenge. Yeah, it's a great trail. It's always fun. The ending's a little long and torturous, but.
Pritchett is one of those trails that we always want to put tires on while we're out there because it always changes. Now, they've had a lot of rain, a lot of snow up in Moab. So going into that, we knew the trail was going to be shifted a little bit. I've always wanted to take a rig on the far left side, and I was able to do that. It's undercut, it's kind of pushed out, it's hard to get into, but with the rear steer, I was able to put Rock Buggy where I want, and I kind of walked it up on where I wanted it.
We had a decent sized group, a little bit too big for what we would want on Pritchett Canyon, but we kept it moving as best we could, you know. There was a lot of people out there coming up behind us, though.
Andy is very new to the 46 life. He pulled up on that first shelf and went to go, and because he only had like 7 pounds of air in there, he burped his front driver tire and lost all of his air. We were able to go grab a power tank, pull the valve stem core out, and by pulling the valve out and then throwing that 250 PSI from that tank, we were able to reseat a 46-inch tire on the trail. That's a huge thing, because like that right there could be a day stopper for you. Compressors won't do it, but a power tank will.
Gotta love a power tank. Compressor ain't doing that. Hey Andy, 10 pounds.
So we were running with John Grounds with the Dirty Life Ultra4 car. He was leading the group. He's very knowledgeable. I mean, he's got the car to do whatever he wants to do. It was a lot of fun watching him some of those obstacles because, you know, we're crawlers, he's go. And it's fun to watch that and see it, you know. And he's very knowledgeable, so he'd come back and he'd help spot, keep everybody going, everybody needing help, and he's just very nice guy, willing to help anybody.
All right, so this is Chewy. Chewy is a big trail, big up, and then we gotta turn, and then we're gonna go up. So we're going to do it, and then we're gonna show everybody else how to do it, and then we're gonna keep going.
Chewy Hill is just, you gotta have that one line. If you don't have that one line, you're gonna have to jockey yourself around because it's just layers of ridges. If you hit it just right, you can just one-shot it. And I've done it in the past that way too. I don't think I've ever had to sit there and mess around with it. I know the line, I know where I'm going, and The bottom of Chewy is usually dug out a lot more, but there was a lot of rock in there. So there was not that big lip at the bottom. So you can really get one good line on it and just go. If you don't, then you got to sit there and work your way back and forth, cross it, and then cross back. But yeah, Chewy's it's a fun obstacle.
That one is fun, yeah.
I mean, you kind of get mad if you don't one-shot it.
I wasn't mad, I just like, it's over.
John, there's one little area there where it's got like 3 separate little lines, and there's like a big hole. And it's one of those, if you're off a little bit, you will just roll over.
Scott broke there last year. Scott has rolled over there. Gridlock's made it once. I got denied last year. So this time I had rock. So I pulled up on a 45 and kind of walked up on the obstacle using some rear steer and doing some stuff, and I walked the obstacle pretty clean.
So Andy went down that same ledge that John and Nick did. All of a sudden, here he come. I mean, he finally let it eat and went up it. And then I was just walking up to him, and all of a sudden we heard a loud bang. And me and Nick looked at each other and we're like, what was that? And Andy says,
my door is in my tire. Oh, I didn't bend the shit out of the door? No.
So we go around, and the door had completely swung around and was jammed down in the tire, about ready to rip it off. And it was a Moto-Built doors. He just got them on there. So we pushed it up and had him turn the steering wheel. We were able to turn the door back around and push it back down to his hinges and get the door shut. I couldn't believe that that door was still in one piece. like, one thing I like about it is rocker knocker, because it's fun to get that one shot up it. If you don't get a one shot on it, you're like, ah. It's like, you can make it up no matter what, but doing a one shot on it, you're like, yeah, that's something. So there was one line on rocker knocker all the way to the right, and some people have been going up. I'm sure it was probably been buggies. Nick says, I want to try that in a rock buggy. And he just hammered it, and then right up like it was nothing. Like it was nothing. I'm like, well, I'm not going to try that. Fine, I'll go over here.
So rocker knocker, I do like that one. I did it great last year, I guess, and this year went well too. So I know it gets a little weird up top when you're kind of go around the bend, and a little tippy for a few people, I think.
It was dug out. And she's getting a handle on it. Been driving for a year, so now she knows how the Jeep works. And that takes some people a little bit of time in the seat to figure that out.
Yeah, a lot more comfortable and more enjoyable, I think. I mean, not that it wasn't enjoyable before, but it's always nice to be a little less nervous and more excited than nervous.
We are doing axle, hill, tall, big, bundle, hill, rock, up, drive, car, tire, over, up, no crash.
So on Axel Hill, you really got to have that right line, the right momentum, and getting over, and then that nice turn to the right at the end, but not too far off the cliff.
It's one of those that you got to go up, you got to keep your momentum, and you got to turn and get the right line all at once. Mm-hmm. And if you don't, you got to back down it. You can't just start again. You got to back down and hit it again.
It's like the butterfly effect.
John, where are we? What are we doing, dude? And why are we doing it?
So I tried rock pile. Peer pressure got the best of me. But you know what? When in Rome, right? So we tried it. We went up, we came down, there was a spun the drive shaft in the front of the Ultra4 car. So the drive shaft technically is still connected. So we're trying to leave it connected till we get out about another 500 yards and we're done with this trail and I'll take it out. So we're paving a highway for a limped, poor Ultra4 car to finish the trail.
probably been one of the longest days here on Pritchett, and it's cold. It was snowing. We had a lot of rigs. I'm ready to go home.
It was a long way out. We went ahead and went on out to to hit the road. It was so cold.
Mm-hmm.
The trail wasn't too bad. It was pretty good.
We came, we wheeled, we tore some up, and it's nearing dark. The sun is setting, the snow is falling, and still the more, here we are on the trail. Will we ever make it back? I don't know. Starvation has set in. We're getting weary. The clan becomes restless. That's all I got. Beauty. I love it. I love it.